Fact vs. Fiction, Teaching Critical Thinking Skills in the Age of Fake News by Jennifer Lagarde and Darren Hutchins. Summary. The purpose of the book is to help educators teach students how to differentiate between facts and fake news. The authors believe that helping students discern fact from fiction is paramount in a world where getting facts straight is the fundamental skill of citizenry. They believe that students must learn how fake news infiltrates and spreads. Also, how the term fake news confuses and divides people. Overall, they say that truth matters, and this book is intended to help readers find the truth. The primary audience of the book is educators, so they can not only teach their students, but also their own children. As the authors say, educators hold the keys to helping students realize that some news is meant to manipulate them. Even though the book is directed towards educators, there are exercises provided for administrators to use with educators, and many resources are listed to help students, educators, and administrators. The authors, Jennifer Lagarde and Darren Hutchins, have long lists of credentials. Jennifer spent over 20 years in education as a teacher, librarian, digital teaching and learning specialist, and media lead. She won the 2011 I Love My Librarian Award, which is awarded by ALA, Carnegie Corporation of New York, and the New York Times. She was named a mover and shaker by Library Journal and won AASL's Social Media Superstar Social Justice Defender Award. Jennifer has been a consultant for the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and was a founding member of North Carolina School Library Media Association Young Adult Book Award. Fact, author of the award-winning blog The Adventures of Library Girl. Darren Hutchins is the CEO of Think, Do, Thrive, which works with educators, school leaders, districts, and school organizations to embrace ambiguity, strengthen human capacity, and inspire the souls of social servants. Prior to that, he worked for OTEC, the Organization for Educational Technology and Curriculum, as the Director of Instructional Technology. He was a secondary educator at Hillsborough School District for 10 years. Darren co-authored Developing Digital Detectives: Essential Lessons for Discerning Fact from Fiction in the Fake News Era with Jennifer Lagarde. Fact, Darren volunteers as a youth athletics coach. The authors included extensive activities and ancillary materials. To begin with, there are questions at the end of each chapter to help readers apply what they've learned to their own experiences. There is a fake news self-assessment. An entire chapter is devoted to external resources to help educators identify fake news and fact-check. Additionally, the authors have provided a PDF for audio listeners that contains all of the questions and links listed in their book to make it easier to access resources, and created a companion guide. Finally, they have included a downloadable infographic with media literacy tips and have put their book study Twitter discussions onto Wakelet for easy reference. In summary, Fact vs. Fiction is a comprehensive guide to helping students discern the difference between facts and fiction in the news, on social media, and beyond. The authors believe that it is paramount that educators teach students these skills in order for our society to thrive in the future. The book offers a multitude of tools, resources, and examples to aid educators in this monumental task. Educators will appreciate that Fact vs. Fiction is an informative, quick, and easy read. Review. Hello, my name is Joy, and today I am talking about Fact vs. Fiction, Teaching Critical Thinking Skills in the Age of Fake News by Jennifer Lagarde and Darren Hutchins.
The purpose of the book is to help educators teach students how to differentiate between facts and fake news, and I believe the book more than accomplishes its purpose. Not only does the book provide many lessons and examples on how to identify fake news, it also contains many interesting facts that keep the reader engaged. For example, the authors state that many people believe that fake news began when President Trump made it a household word. However, it actually dates back much further. In fact, the authors detail the history of propaganda back to hoaxes by Benjamin Franklin against the Native American people and the British government. I absolutely would recommend this book to other librarians. However, I would be hesitant to recommend it to incredibly conservative rural librarians. Whereas I agree with the authors on the damage done to our country by labeling credible journalists as purveyors of fake news and by deliberately spreading lies as truth through social media, I believe many people would view the book as an attack on their personal beliefs and be unable to see past that to the book's lessons. Indeed, that is the actual purpose of the book, and the authors even state, political convictions lead us to lazy thinking. They also discuss how we are wired towards stories that confirm our biases and tug at our heartstrings. To be honest, I believe that many of my friends who are not educators would also enjoy reading this book, even if it was simply to help educate their own children. In addition to helping educators teach students to identify fake news, the book also discusses ending the spread of it in the chapter The Answer is in the Lily Pads, using the lily pad riddle as comparison, which is there is a pond with lily pads in it. Every day the amount of lily pads in the pond doubles. If on the 30th day the pond is completely full, on which day was it half full? The authors use this lily pad riddle to discuss how we can end the spread of lies when it seems so overwhelming. Simple, they say. Teach others to identify false news and to quit recognizing it, clicking on it, and sharing it. If the people creating the content don't get recognition, they'll eventually stop. I hope you will take the time to read Fact First Fiction, Teaching Critical Thinking Skills in the Age of Fake News by Jennifer Lagarde and Darren Hudgens. It is a fun and informative book that would benefit any administrator, educator, or parent. Thank you.
Figure references. Library Journal. Twitter. References. LinkedIn. The Adventures of Library Girl blog. And Fact First Fiction, Teaching Critical Thinking Skills in the Age of Fake News. Thank you.